My WCAG 2.1 AA checklist is available for free on accessible.org. There is no email subscription required. There's nothing else that you need to do besides downloading the PDF, and it will be available to you. With this checklist, I've divided it amongst 2.0 and 2.1. So with 2.0, you're going to get the 38 success criteria, and then 2.1, you get the 12 additional success criteria that are found in the AA conformance level, which is the conformance level you need to focus in on. And so within each, I've divided it into sections. So the checklist is divided into alternatives, presentation, user control, understandability, and predictability. And so that's going to be able to, you're going to be able to organize the success criteria based on those sections. Now each section is tethered to the WCAG number assigned to it. So for example, closed captioning 1.2.2, that success criterion, you're going to be able to easily look that up. Furthermore, I have assigned what role would be responsible or potentially responsible for each success criterion. So for example, with website structure, it could be developer or it could be content editor, but either way, from this checklist, you now know who you might need to assign this to. And other times it might just be one person. So for example, let's see, it's not one. Color contrast, that's going to be your designer. So I've assigned those roles to each one so that you don't have to worry about that. That's instantly you will know who needs to be responsible for each success criterion. And this checklist is going to make it very, very easy for you to not only assign, but be aware of what you need to be responsible for as a website owner, operator, controller. You're going to know, you're going to have the knowledge of like, it's okay that you don't know how to implement each one, but it is important that you know what the requirements are for these various success criteria to be in conformance with the web content accessibility guidelines. Now I also have a full guide with full written explanations in plain English. Again, that's really important because the web content accessibility guidelines are written in such a highly technical and cryptic way that it can be hard to parse through the jargon. And I know that firsthand because this is my checklist, and these are my and this is my guide. So I did parse through them, and it took me dozens of hours of reading through these to be able to understand exactly what they were getting at. And so I've distilled that knowledge into the checklist and into the guide, which I recommend using together, and they're both available for free. You can download them right now, and there is no email subscription required. So I highly recommend using them. It doesn't matter whether, and you can use these to outsource the work, but it's important that you are familiar with them as the owner of the website or whatever other digital asset, because you need to be aware of whether you have indeed incorporated these accessibility measures, and that whether your website is actually conformant with these guidelines or not. And this checklist will give you an easy way of going down the line and determining whether or not you have met each success criterion.